Hey guys, this is an unusual video. It is the first of a devlog series I want to do on a computer game I'm trying to develop. Besides my YouTube channel, I work as a software engineer and for a number of years I have wanted to make my own computer games. So far there have just been little projects for my own amusement. However, about 2 years ago I tried my hand at making a more ambitious game in which the player is required to program and do some computer hacking. I managed to get a version going, but the visuals ended up being atrocious. Now I want to have a second try. Instead of using something like Unity, I'm going to develop my own game engine using the lightweight Java game library, a small wrapper around OpenGL. You may be wondering why I don't use Unity. While I like it, I do believe it is overkill for my own needs. Besides that, developing the game engine is part of the journey for me, as well as creating models with Blender and figuring out how to do animations. That is quite a lot for me to do. Luckily, I will be standing on the shoulder of giants, notably YouTube channels such as Games with Gabe and Fin Matrix. Otherwise, I would never have even considered this project. During the Christmas holiday, I dusted off my old hacking game project and severely pared down its project scope. I want to see this project finished within about a year. I think that is just about doable, with my major concern not being the game engine itself, but the more artistic side. The creation of the art, textures, the modeling and the animations. While I've played around with Blender quite a bit, as well as some other software, I have never really made a series of game assets. As mentioned, I will be using LWJGL to create the game engine. It is very well documented with plenty of example projects to take inspiration from. During December I did a deep dive into this framework. I read the book 3D Game Development with Lightweight Java Game Library 3 in order to get up to speed. The text is very dry, but if I get stuck I know where to look. As such, many things will be new to me. Initially I won't be striving for perfection, I just want to get going, polishing my work as needed. And I hope you will support my journey. I already mentioned this is to be a hacking game. Basically, it is heavily inspired by games such as Shenzhen.io and Exapunks from Zachtronics, which I both adore. However, I do not want to create a straight up clone. This is to be more of an open world character while also simplifying the technical aspects. Working as a software engineer in the field of both deep learning and cybersecurity, I cannot help but be inspired by popular culture. A few of the movies and series I really enjoy are War Games, Hackers starring Angelina Jolie and Johnny Lee Miller, and series such as Person of Interest and Westworld. And I certainly want to capture that feel. This project has many different sides. I already mentioned the game engine, the game itself, asset development, but there was also the story and the challenges players need to solve. While the game engine is being worked on, which will take many months to get to a point where I want it to be, I can do other things. I have a basic story outline finished and a rough idea of what the puzzles and challenges I want to implement. For some of the challenges, I know how the in-game programming language should function, but for others, there is no more than a notion. Right now, I am allowing myself to be inspired by the book Zach-like, which is little more than a collection of design documents for every Zachtronics game developed so far. For January, I want to make steady progress on the game engine, but that also requires the use of assets, which need to be developed with Blender or GIMP. So for the coming weeks I will do a lot of work with those two applications while I am polishing the game's design document. Meanwhile, I will also continue to allow myself to be inspired by the game Equilinox from Fin Matrix, which is available on Steam. Next month I hope to showcase more of the actual game engine itself. perhaps explain some of the challenges I faced and what solutions I thought appropriate. In time, I do want to make the game publicly available. I do not think this project will ever be commercially viable, though I do want to use it as a leg up into the world of games development. Please like this video if you can. If you do not want to miss any of the future devlog videos or any video of sci-fi empire.net, then please subscribe to this channel.